From translation, Net New English Translation. This 50th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Numbers 18 to 20. Numbers chapter 18, verses 1 to 40. The Lord said to Aaron, "You, your sons, and your father's family are to bear the responsibility for offenses against the sanctuary, and you and your sons are to bear the responsibility for offenses against the priesthood. Bring with you your fellow Levites, your ancestral tribe, so that they may assist you and your sons before the tent of the testimony. They are to be responsible for your supervision and all the work at the tent, but they must not go near the furnishings of the sanctuary or the altar, or both they and you will die. They are to be responsible for your supervision and all the work at the tent, but they must not go near the furnishings of the sanctuary or the altar, or both they and you will die. You are to be responsible for the sanctuary and for the altar, so that wrath may not fall on the Israelites again. Look, I have already taken your fellow Levites from among the Israelites for you, as a gift given to the Lord to do the work at the tent of the testimony. You and your sons are to perform your priestly duties in everything pertaining to the altar and what is inside the curtain. I am giving you the work of the priesthood as a gift, but any unauthorized person who comes near it must be put to death." Then the Lord said to Aaron, "I myself have given you charge of the contributions I have taken from the Israelites. I have given them to you and to your sons as your share as priests. From the holiest offerings you are to set aside for me the best of everything given to you, including all the holy offerings of the Israelites. The firstfruits of all the land's produce, which they bring to the Lord, will be yours. Any member of your household who is ceremonially clean may eat it. All the dedicated votive gifts will be yours. Everything the people give, dedicated to me, will be yours. The best of the olive oil, the best of the wine and the grain, the firstfruits of what they give to the Lord, I have given to you. Everything in their land that is devoted to me will be yours. Everything that is specifically dedicated by the Israelites, I have given to you. The firstborn of any human being or animal that is presented to the Lord belongs to you. However, you must certainly redeem the firstborn of a human being and redeem the firstborn of an unclean animal. To redeem a firstborn human, you must pay 5 shekels, according to the sanctuary shekel, which is 20 gerahs. But you must not redeem the firstborn of an ox, a sheep, or a goat. They are holy. You must splash their blood on the altar and burn their fat as a gift of food, an offering made by fire to the Lord. But their meat will be yours, just as the breast of the wave offering and the right thigh are yours. All the holy contributions that the Israelites give to the Lord I have given to you, to your sons, and to your daughters as your perpetual share. It is a permanent covenant of salt before the Lord for you and your descendants." Then the Lord said to Aaron, "You will have no inheritance in their land, nor will you have any portion among them. I am your portion and your inheritance among the Israelites. To the Levites I have given all the tithes in Israel as an inheritance in exchange for the work they do, serving at the tent of the testimony. From now on the Israelites are not to approach the tent of the testimony, or they will bear their sin and die. But the Levites are to do the work at the tent of the testimony and bear their iniquity. It is a perpetual ordinance for all generations. They will receive no inheritance among the Israelites. But I have given the Levites the tithes for the inheritance the Israelites possess, so they will have no inheritance among the Israelites." The Lord spoke to Moses, "Speak to the Levites and tell them, when you receive from the Israelites the tithe that I have given you from them as your inheritance, you must present a gift from it to the Lord, a tithe of the tithe. Your gift will be credited to you, as if your grain from the threshing floor, or your full wine vat produced. In this way, you will also present a gift to the Lord from all the tithes you receive from the Israelites. You will give the Lord's gift from it to Aaron the priest. From all the gifts you give to the Lord you are to present every gift due to the priest. You must say to them, when you present the best of it, then it will be credited to you as if you had given the whole offering from the threshing floor or the winepress. You and your household may eat it in any place, for it is your payment for your service in the tent of the testimony. You will not bear any sin in connection with it when you present the best of it. But you must not profane the holy things of the Israelites, or you will die." The Lord spoke to Moses, "Speak to the Levites and tell them, when you receive the tithe from the Israelites that I have given you as your inheritance, you must present a gift from it to the Lord, a tithe of the tithe. Your gift will be credited to you, as if your grain from the threshing floor, or your full wine vat produced. In this way, you will also present a gift to the Lord from all the tithes you receive from the Israelites. You will give the Lord's gift from it to Aaron the priest. From all the gifts you give to the Lord you are to present every gift due to the priest. You must say to them, when you present the best of it, then it will be credited to you as if you had given the whole offering from the threshing floor or the winepress. You and your household may eat it in any place, for it is your payment for your service in the tent of the testimony. You will not bear any sin in connection with it when you present the best of it." But you must not profane the holy things of the Israelites, or you will die. Numbers chapter 19, verses 1 to 22. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron. This is the ordinance of the law that the Lord has commanded. Tell the Israelites to bring you a red cow without defect or blemish, that has never been under yoke. You will give it to Eleazar the priest, who will be taken outside the camp and slaughtered in his presence. Eleazar the priest is to take some of its blood with his finger and sprinkle it 7 times toward the front of the tent of the testimony. Then the cow must be burned in his sight. Its skin, its flesh, its blood, and its dung are to be burned completely. The priest is to take cedar wood, hyssop, and scarlet wool, and throw them into the fire where the cow is burning. The priest must wash his clothes, bathe his body in water, and then he may come back into the camp. But the priest will be ceremonially unclean until evening. The one who burns the cow must wash his clothes, bathe his body in water, and be ceremonially unclean until evening. A man who is ceremonially clean is to gather up the ashes of the cow and put them in a ceremonially clean place outside the camp. They are to be kept for the community of the Israelites as water for purification. It is for purification from sin. The one who gathers up the cow's ashes must wash his clothes and be ceremonially unclean until evening. This will be a permanent ordinance for the Israelites and for the resident foreigner who lives among them. Whoever touches a human corpse will be unclean for 7 days. That person must purify himself with the water on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, then he will be clean. But if he does not purify himself on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, he will not be clean. Whoever touches a human corpse but fails to purify himself defiles the Lord's tabernacle, and that person must be cut off from Israel. Because the water for purification has not been sprinkled on him, he is unclean, and his uncleanness remains on him. This is the law when someone dies in a tent. Everyone who comes into the tent and everyone in the tent will be unclean for 7 days. Every open container that has no cover fastened on it will be unclean. Also, anyone in the open field who touches someone who was killed by a sword or who died a natural death, or a human bone, or a grave, will be unclean for 7 days. For the unclean they are to take some ashes from the burnt purification offering and add fresh water to them in a vessel. Then a man who is ceremonially clean is to take hyssop, dip it in the water, and sprinkle it on the tent, on all the furnishings, on the people who were there, and on whoever touched the bone, the grave, the person killed by the sword, or the dead body. The man who is clean is to sprinkle the unclean person on the 3rd day and on the 7th day, and on the 7th day the person will be clean. But if the unclean person does not get purified on the 3rd day, he will not be clean on the 7th day. Whoever is unclean and does not purify himself will be cut off from the community, because he has defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water for purification has not been sprinkled on him, he is unclean. That will be a permanent ordinance for them. The one who sprinkles the water for purification must wash his clothes, and whoever touches the water for purification will be unclean until evening. Whatever the unclean person touches will become unclean, and anyone who touches it will become unclean until evening. Numbers chapter 20, verses 1 to 29. The community of Israelites arrived at the wilderness of Zin in the 1st month. The people stayed in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried. There was no water for the community, so they assembled against Moses and Aaron. They argued with Moses, "If only we had died when our brothers died before the Lord. Why did you bring the Lord's community into this wilderness to die here, along with our livestock? Why did you bring us up from Egypt to bring us to this terrible place? It is a place with no grain, no figs, no grapes, and no pomegranates. There is not even any water to drink." Moses and Aaron went from the assembly to the entrance of the tent of the testimony. They fell face down, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them. The Lord spoke to Moses, "Take the staff, and you and your brother Aaron assemble the community and tell the rock before their eyes to give its water. You will bring water out of the rock for them, so that the community and their livestock may drink." So Moses took the staff from before the Lord, just as he had commanded him. Then Moses and Aaron assembled the community in front of the rock, and Moses said to them, "Listen, you rebels. Must we bring you water out of this rock?" Then Moses raised his hand and struck the rock twice with the staff. Water gushed out, and the community and their livestock drank. But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Because you did not trust me enough to honor me as holy before the Israelites, you will not bring this community into the land I have given them. These are the waters of Meribah, because the Israelites argued with the Lord, and he showed himself holy among them." Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom. "This is what your brother Israel says. You know all the hardship we have encountered. Our ancestors went down to Egypt, and we lived in Egypt for many years. The Egyptians mistreated us and our ancestors. When we cried out to the Lord, he heard us and sent an angel and brought us out of Egypt. Now we are here at Kadesh, a town on the border of your territory. Please let us pass through your country. We will not go through any field or vineyard, or drink water from any well. We will travel along the king's highway. We will not turn to the right or the left until we have passed through your territory. But Edom said to him, You must not pass through, or I will come out with the sword to meet you. The Israelites said, We will travel along the king's highway. If we drink your water, we and our livestock, we will pay for it. Only let us pass through on foot. But Edom said, You must not pass through. And Edom came out to meet them with a large force and a strong hand. So Edom refused to allow Israel to pass through their territory, and Israel turned away from them. The whole community of Israelites set out from Kadesh and came to Mount Hor. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron at Mount Hor, near the border of the land of Edom, Aaron will be gathered to his people, for he will not enter the land that I have given to the Israelites, because you both rebelled against my command at the waters of Meribah. Take Aaron and his son Eleazar, and have them ascend Mount Hor. Remove Aaron's garments and put them on his son Eleazar, and Aaron will be gathered to his people and die there. Moses did as the Lord commanded. They went up Mount Hor in the sight of the whole community. Moses removed Aaron's garments and put them on his son Eleazar, and Aaron died there on the top of the mountain. Then Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain. When the whole community saw that Aaron had died, they mourned for Aaron 30 days, all the house of Israel.